a few points of order. First, got my masks from around the world set up, so that was worth it. The other thing is, do you remember how I said in like one of the first videos about Path of Exile 2 to figure out a build you need to read? Well, as it turns out, I did not do that. So, the Lightning Spear has a very important thing here where it can hit from, or they can split from hitting the terrain, but the spear, the first spear, cannot pierce, fork, chain, or return. So I did some research about this. So there's actually a hierarchy for allowing these things to do, like if it pierces, it won't fork. If you get through something, but then it can fork. Anyway, so like the Javazon thing, you can't really do because you won't pierce and fork at the same time, which is basically what the Javazon did. So the only thing that you really get is splits towards 3 target when consuming a frenzy charge, right? And so that's what we basically have to pivot to. Can't really do any more of the like projectile stuff. So in our passives, I respect a bunch, right? Because we were going for these surpassing chance to fire an additional projectile, but that really doesn't help us all that much, right? Because the additional projectile when forking and then pierce an enemy, right? Like it can't do that anyway. So you don't really get a lot of benefit out of doing that. With that said, we spec'd into a little bit just more raw damage, generally speaking, because we'll basically go down here and get all of these skills. So yeah, we basically went from, like, we still kept our attack speed and stuff, but we got rid of a lot of our elemental damage in favor of just raw damage increases and stuff like that. So plus side, right, our skills, our DPS is actually a hell of a lot higher than it was, right? Roughly, like, probably doubled it by respecking and getting all that stuff done. The other thing that when I was trying to figure out how to actually get this to work at least a little bit better, I ended up getting a level and then, or a couple levels, and then got a new weapon. So that also makes a difference. So yeah, I think that is all I wanted to cover with that, right? So we are, oh, right. The other thing that I wanted to cover with this is basically the rotation of the skills is going to be what is going to save our asses when it comes to actually doing damage, but we don't have enough skills yet to really solve that problem, as it were. So we sort of have like still have like a gimped out version. It won't be until like level like probably 40 or so before this actually starts really becoming something useful. But again, our explosive spear, storm lance for bosses, and then our lightning spear and barrage. This is a new one where basically you get a free double shot of it, because again, as I said, reading's difficult. And so when you see lightning spear, there is up here, it's barrageable, right? And guess what barrage does, right? It uses the barrageable ability, right? Where you can repeat it in quick succession. So yeah. So overall, right, we have our skill sets that we have to do, but we need to, that was the other thing, because again, you need to read. Splits towards 3 targets when consuming a frenzy charge. So basically we need a passive way and an active way to build as many frenzy charges as we possibly can. So at least right now we have Sniper's Mark, which will, if we get a critical hit, we get our frenzy charge. So we have to be a crit build, basically. There is a passive that will also allow us to build up frenzy charges as well. But basically, we're going to have to be a crit build with lightning to get this to work the way we need it to. Yeah, so it sucks, but you'll sort of see what I'm talking about here once we find some dudes. All right, so we can still do all this stuff, but like I said, most of our damage is going to come from that maneuver right there. Q and E. Right, you get the idea. So basically QER is our Q, E, our regular clearing is just R. Just spamming that as much as we can. So you sort of see how that went double. We'll look at it again for fun. So this is our like normal spear. Oh. So this is like a normal spear, and this is our barrage spear. You can see how that was not a good example either. I'll get somewhere clearer. So normal spear, barrage spear. You see how it's a shitload bigger? Yeah. So that's our quote-unquote double one. So that's basically as close as we can get, at least right now, for it. And then our frenzy charges will solve the other problem with that. But again, we have very little crit that allows us to do that. So.
Need more time.
Stuck on what now? God, mapping is hard. Nice. So the other thing I can't figure out is why Herald of Thunder doesn't work. So this is actually the thing that we wanted to, right? So when we freeze the executor pin, we gain a frenzy charge. We care about this a lot. So I don't know why that doesn't work, but we would rather have this one anyway. So again, I don't know why that doesn't work, because I am using a martial weapon, but whatever. So yes, we gain a frenzy charge when we freeze the executor pin. And make sure we got that right. No more than once every, so we got to increase the level to get that more often. So every 7.5 seconds, we will get a frenzy charge. So we'll just have to be cognizant of that. But we should notice pretty quickly when we get those how much more damage we're going to end up doing. Because all of our skills rely on frenzy charges, like not just lightning spear. Yeah.
Watch your step. A worthy foe.
Basically as close as we get to our...
Got my fingers crossed. Need more time. Stop that!
God. keep going. Down. To the left. Oh. Like Attack on Titan.
Hold on. Seen it all now. Lightning strike twice. Need a moment. Before his corpse causes an earthquake. A little gem for a big brute. Reckon it's mine now.
It's easy.
Greetings.
This ruby is beautiful and quite haunting. Perhaps it is simply my imagination, but I feel as if there is something staring back at me from deep inside.
It's probably your dementia.
Young one. Now we have everything we need to recreate the Horn of the Vastiri.
Just use your
A bit of carving. I think the flame ruby goes here.
This lady has no idea what she's
Essence
doing.
of water with the proper motions. Maybe I'll just tighten that there. Snap that off. Oh, I hope that wasn't important. All right. It's a bit like the original horn. If my fingers were more nimble, I could have done better. This won't blow a gale across the entire Vastiri, but it will serve our purpose. Here, take it. You retraced Obala's journey, so you should be the one to sound the horn.
Play that trumpet, baby.
The Maraketh honor me. Now to prove I'm worthy of it.
For you, young one. Ah, that's nice.
Asian. Tribute.
Here, have this useless gold.
Alright, oops. So we want that. I want that, got that. Explosive here. Should've just... Oh. Barrage. Oh, that's pretty solid. No, gotta get some more. Gotta get some more. Like I said, when you fix these skills, right, you kind of have to...
It is time to use the reforged Horn of the Vestiri to open the way through. Prepare yourself. War is nigh.
I'm ready, baby.
Move swiftly.
In all my wanderings, I've not seen anything like this.
Get a better shot of that. I mean, all these disgusting, almost dead people.
Now, Shaman Ra.
I am hesitant to allow you access to Sacred Deshar, but better a single Jingak than an army of spiteful enemies. Our city of the dead must be protected, no matter the cost.
I thought I was, after my ascension, I wasn't a Jingak anymore. What the hell? So, mess these people up.
To be laid to rest in the sky. Aye.
For a recent corpse. Alright. So let's do an old corpse. Pretty sure.
Ugly love.
Recent corpses. No?
Need a moment.
Yeah. That's all my skills, though. What's this thing? Mark. What's this? Looks gross. Wretched sluice.
Sweat through the art. Need more time.
Whoa. Is that a fresh corpse? Is this a fresh corpse? And going down here. This spears for days.
Need a moment. Wait! Lightning strikes twice!
Get away from me, stupid bird. Better. Isn't that sad?
It's thinner up here. Makes me heart ache for home.
Oh my god. Just even beast situation. Just coming alive. So cool. No. Burn Walker. This is fun. Ooh. No.
That was almost a challenge.
Let's go this way. Whoa. There we go. I'm getting high now. Getting high in the desert.
The hunt is on. Hold on.
That was a cool explosion. Step sisters.
Lightning shatters bones.
Nope. down here. Good to be wrong before. Critical hit chance, right? And we need that because we are every time we crit with the sniper's mark, right? We need as much crit as possible. What is happening here?
You are relentless, but that makes you predictable. The time of the Faradin is nigh.
Okay, well, that's pretty majestic. Oh.
Hold on!
Use for that at all. Nope. Speak to us all. We're out of here.
The path to Deshar has been opened. Infiltrate the towers and stop the Faradin from feeding the beast. Whatever it takes.
Right.
Who goes there? You found a letter? For your sake, do not speak of its contents. I will burn it. When I have the opportunity, I intend to return to Deshar and mark the location of Lailuma's body. A stone, perhaps. Something inconspicuous. Others will not know, but I will. She will be remembered.
I'm gonna find her.
Young one.
Eight. Get in there. Good. I will have to do the trial. That takes forever. Oh god, that takes forever.
The Faradin have assembled a tremendous dreadnought, a war caravan larger than we have ever seen. As we speak, it is barreling through the heart of the Vestiri, leaving devastation in its wake.
Right then, to war.
Very exciting.
We now have their trail. They will not escape. For glory. Ready yourself. We must prevail, no matter what.
Shaman dies again this day.
Looking for running the gauntlet.
Give no quarter! Brilliant! Straight through the heart. ends.
That must be a dead gift. It is surrounded. 5 enemies, huh? That's not useful. Oh, 40. Oh, that will go well with, I was thinking about getting this thing. Yeah.
Under the hooded one's sway. Do you even know what he is? No matter. You'll find my king far more capable than Count Gianor. My king, take the power you were promised. Put an end to this nuisance.
The Sigma of the Untitled. Bow before your king.
The Medicaid must bow! In there!
We repay hate in kind!
Hold on!
For my people! The Manifest will pay! Vengeance! Of the desert!
greedy. Got greedy. Oh man, that's gonna take forever.
The sick man of Natura. Bow before your king.
The Medicaid must bow to king. Do it! Yeah, then. Wait!
The Medicaid will pay! The Medicaid will pay! For my people, the era of the Barrage is now!
Too fancy. Got too fancy with it. Kiwi dodge. Kiwi dodge.
The sick man of Natura. Bow before your king.
The Medicaid must bow. Hold on. Get there. Submit. We are finished.
The era of the Barrage is now! Shut him up!
Zala! She's still breathing.
This is not over. Not yet.
I return you to the embrace of death!
It is done.
So you fucking rules.
The war is over. I have given him an honorable death.
Okay.
This may prove to heal the wound between the Feridan and the Marrakech. Return with me. I must address my people.
Note to self. Honorable death. Sawing your fucking head off. I thought they were out here. Did I miss it? Where do I go? Nope, definitely not. There's one in the shrine, to the northwest of the caravan. I'm pretty sure it was just there. Northwest. Some further in.
My worst fears have been realized. The beast is beyond our means now.
Go on, tell me. Who are you, really?
You're right. I have not been entirely forthcoming.
At Exile.
It is time I told you who I truly am.
We all know where this is going. If you've not seen this. Of course.
I am a god. I am the thief of virtue. I am sin. And I have failed once again. It was I who created the beast. The seed of corruption that now threatens to grow anew. And it is my responsibility. As it is my creation that once again threatens all of Rayclast, it is by my hand that it must be contained.
Why do you keep doing this, dude?
Is that, knowing who I am, you still see the importance of our task. The beast has grown beyond our ability to contain it. We must search for something greater than we currently possess, something that can drain its power and bring it back to a more manageable form. While I slumbered under the numbing effects of corruption, there was an empire that mastered the use of that deadly energy. We must go to the jungles of the long-ago Val. Their ruins may yet hold the secrets we need. That is where we must go, to the sunken city of Utsa. It is our only hope.
I don't believe it. An ancient Asmeri in the flesh.
Again, there's some missing plot pieces. Like, why was this created? And why is it out of his control? And how the hell did all this start to begin with? Anyway. Big Ben the games really still have an answer for that. But yeah, there's Act 2. Told you we had a while to go. But we finally made it. Now we're going to Act 3, which I do find interesting that PoE 2 and Diablo 2 almost have the exact same like biomes, right? You have like the dark initial one, right? And then you have the sand one for Act 2, and then Act 3. I wonder if it's going to be a marsh.
Welcome. Yes, we can take you to the edge of the desert. Then we will continue to track the beast. You must find a way to contain it. When we find out where it is being taken, we will seek you out. Until then, May the winds ever be calm on your paths.
The beast has grown too powerful. We can no longer contain it through mortal means. There was once an empire that embraced corruption. They studied it, mastered it, and became the greatest civilization the world has ever known. But it led to their destruction.
Aztecs?
Our allies will continue the pursuit of the beast, but we shall undertake a different search. We must go to the ruins of the Vaal Empire, in search of a weapon against the coming cataclysm.
Quotal. Is that who we need to find? Alright, well. This is where we stop. Act 3 begins next time. Thanks for watching.